Well, we're here with Charlie Holder from Sure Shot. And, Charlie, thank you so much for coming on the program, sir.
Thank you for having us, Cam.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys are a long way from home here at the Great American Outdoor Show.
21 hours.
Oh, woo, that's a long drive. Where is Sure Shot located?
We're located in Groves, Texas, which is on the border of Louisiana and Texas at the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
Gulf of Mexico.
And Sure Shot, you were telling me, I mean, this is a brand that's been around a long time. It's got a lot of history and heritage to it.
Yes, sir. First double reed duck call patent in 1950. From there, they spun off the first triple reed duck call on the market. And then after that, 70s and 80s, they got off into the deer and the turkey, predator, the other genres of game calling.
So you've got all kinds of calls there.
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been involved with the company?
I bought the company in 2011, September of 11.
Okay.
So almost 5 years.
What made you decide that this was something that you wanted to be a part of?
Well, my passion is hunting. I grew up hunting my whole life, and I knew about the brand. Sure Shot was the first call I ever had around my neck. It was a deer grunt call when I was 12 years old, and my first deer hunt by myself. And everywhere we go, whether it's Pennsylvania or it's Denver or it's Vegas or Canada, everywhere we go, we hear people tell us, they come up and say, that was my first call that I ever had around my neck. And so it's just got a lot of history, and I didn't want to see the company die off. The founder, Cowboy Fernandez, who's a Outdoor Hall of Fame member, was going to close it down. He didn't have a Willie Robertson to take his thing over,
right.
And so he was going to close it down, and I just felt like it'd be a travesty to let the history go away.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it sounds like things have gone well for you since you took over in 2011.
They are. It's been a long ride. If it was easy, as my uncle says, everybody be doing it. It's not easy, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a labor of love. I've had a lot of help. I've had a lot of friends, a lot of folks like you in the industry that also didn't want to see the brand die away, and it's been a really good experience.
That's fantastic. You know, it seems to me like we're certainly seeing more gun owners in this country, and a lot of folks are buying guns for self-defense. They're getting their concealed carry license. Is this also translating into new hunters? I mean, once you've been a gun owner for a couple of years, it seems to me like maybe you're more interested in exploring the entirety of the gun owning world and that quote unquote gun culture. So
right.
You maybe start with self-defense, but then you get into target shooting, competitive shooting. You try your hand at hunting, even if you didn't grow up hunting. Are you starting to see those types of customers?
I do, and just to give you a case in point, Cam, both of my kids are avid shotgunners. They both shoot for the Sporting Clays trap and whiz bang for 4-H in Texas. 3 years ago at State in San Antonio, there was about 300 folks that came out and shoot. Now they're actually tipping the point at 1,000 kids coming out. That tells you right there, it's not just starting from the adult segment.
Right.
It's starting from the youth, and it's making its way up.
You know, it's interesting that you talk about that because we've talked with the folks up in Minnesota. The state high school trap shooting championship there is something like 7,500 kids from around the state.
Yeah.
It's the fastest growing high school participation sport, and I think for a couple of reasons. One, it's safe. Two, it's fun. And it's a team sport, but it's also a chance where individuals get the opportunity to shine. You're not going to be riding the bench all season long looking for those precious few minutes that you actually get into the game, right?
It's you against yourself. It's like golf, and you can't blame anybody but yourself, when it all comes down. And Sure Shot has been a huge proponent of getting youth involved. We've got an award on our wall from '93 at SHOT Show where Ducks Unlimited awarded us a Lifetime Achievement Award for giving over $500,000 to DU to get the Green Wings program started and to get its sea legs underneath it.
Yeah.
And so we've just started that initiative back. We'll be working with DU this year and Delta Waterfowl both. We had some great meetings at SHOT Show. We're going to continue that because a lot of folks that, at least in my experience, say they're for the kids or say they're for the youth, but they don't really do anything about it or put their money where their mouth is. And we're the only folks here at this show, actually, that are giving away a free product to the kids. We're giving every kid that comes by our booth a duck call, and we'll show them how to use it. And so that's where we are really grounded, and we want to continue that. We want to continue the next generation of outdoorsmen.
That is awesome. How long does it take, by the way, to become proficient with a call?
Well, there's several different calls. I mean, you've got the most prominent call that you hear people quack, quack, quack. That's the hen mallard. That's the female. And it depends on which kind of call you use. I mean, the double reed, if you go to Wikipedia and look up duck call, you'll see where we play in the duck call history with Sure Shot and the YENTZEN call. The double reed was invented because of the ease of use. And that's why Green Wings picked it up and ran with it because The double reed, you just blow into it. You don't have to move your tongue a certain way or anything like that, and you're already quacking like a mallard hen, which attracts a lot of other ducks. Now, we've got a whistle call for pintail, widgeon, teal, other species, even does a wood duck call, and that's really easy. I mean, toot, 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 and you've got a teal coming by. You can even use it for dove hunting, and so that makes it easy for kids to use too. So there are competition calls, though,
right,
that take months and months and months to learn and to really get good at. And you going down the road in your truck, and don't get embarrassed by anybody, so you can do it by yourself. But the double reed, the triple reed are really easy, and the whistles, which is essential for every waterfowler, is super easy.
So you shouldn't let if you watch the calling competitions, don't let that scare you, right?
That has nothing to do with duck hunting, by the way.
Okay. That's good to know.
I mean, when you go listen to a calling contest and go actually listen to YouTube videos of what a real duck sounds like, there can't be any further away in stratospheres and galaxies. I mean, a duck is, it's its own unique sound, and that's what we do as a call company, is we try to emulate exactly what that game, sounds like that we're pursuing. And so, that's what our focus is. And that's why the double reed's been so popular.
That's awesome. So are you having a good show here in Harrisburg?
We are. We have a great show. We have people come by. A guy just came by a while ago, said, been using these calls since the 70s, and I'll continue buying them. It's the easiest call to use. We've got some guys from Delaware that came by. They come by every year at our booth. They are core waterfowlers. They don't miss a day, rain or shine. And they've been using our calls since the 70s. We've got guys coming by and said, sent mine in for repair. Had it since the 60s. It was the first time I sent it in for a repair. So,
wow.
We enjoy hearing that history in our brand, and it keeps us pumped up so that we can continue on and sojourn another day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. And a show like this is so great because you do get that opportunity, and it's a 9-day show, so you've got lots of folks coming in and different crowds. There's a weekday crowd, there's the weekend crowd. You get a lot of families, as you said, a lot of kids coming in on the weekends. Right. Today, when we're broadcasting, the snow's falling, so they're letting school out early, so I imagine we'll see some kids here this afternoon. But to have that opportunity, as you say, to really connect and spend some time with your customers, it's great for the customers, too, because they have an opportunity to actually talk with the folks who are making the products that they use. And this is almost like free research and development, I'm guessing, for you guys, getting to pick the brains of the people who are using your product.
It is, and we're different from a lot of companies here. We're an established company. We're an established brand. Now, granted, we're trying to get it back from, losing a bunch of market share, but the company's had basically a 60-year history. And so we are experiencing, our fans and folks are coming by, and then people, obviously, that are new that haven't heard of the brand. But like you said, a research and development. We had a guy came by yesterday. He said, I sent my call in for tuning, and it hadn't come back yet, and I'm not in any hurry. I said, well, these are the guys right here that are going to be tuning your call. You got something special, tell them. So, for us, it's a way that we can connect with the folks that have been using us a long time and then introduce it to new folks.
That's awesome. So what's the website for Sure Shot?
It's SureShotGameCalls.com.
SureShotGameCalls.com.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, listen, Charlie, I appreciate you hanging out with us for a few minutes. Hope you have a great rest of the Great American Outdoors Show, and best of luck to Sure Shot and yourself and your kids in their shooting competition as well.
You too. Thanks for having us, Cam.
Absolutely. Good to talk with you, Charlie.
Good to talk to you.